everyone, my name is Laurie. I'm a tarot reader and astrologer, and we're going to go over today what are AstroDice. So what are these guys? Well, they are a form of divination, so you can use them to answer questions. They are also really great for studying astrology if you're new to astrology, but I'll talk about that towards the end. We're going to talk about how to use these as a divination tool to get your questions answered. So what are they? Well, there's 3 dice here. So the first one is going to be the planets. There's 12 sides. It has the planets and lunar nodes. We have 12-sided signs and a 12-sided houses. And so what you would do is you roll them out and then you start to interpret what actually showed up. Now, when you're doing the interpretation, we're going to look at then first the what of your question. Your what is being answered through the planets. What energy is coming through, what's the essence, and then that is then going to lead into the how. How is this energy being interpreted, or how is this energy being used? And that is through your signs. Then you're going to see where it's located. So the houses is going to let you know where in your life it's affecting, where it's going to be happening, how it's going to show itself, where is it going to manifest. So the where part of it. And that's how you would use these guys. And so the types of questions you want to ask and also don't ask. So the types of questions you do want to ask would be something that is open-ended. So what's something that I need to know about my current situation? What's something that is coming forward that I need to know about? What's a message my spirit guides need me to hear? What's going on in reference to my life right now? What are some things that I need to hear? What's an area that's going to be an issue or an area of conflict? These are the types of questions you can ask yourself. Now, the questions you don't want to ask are yes or no questions, because they're not meant for yes or no. You're not going to get a clear answer. Also, anything between 2 choices. So if you're asking, should I move to New York or California, you're not likely to get a good response because it's not meant to weigh options. The other would be time frames or anything to do with numbers. It doesn't give you a time range, or it doesn't tell you an amount. Some people might ask, like, when is this going to occur, or by when? That's not going to be answered through these. The other thing about numbers, so asking the amount of something. So for example, like, how many children will I have? You're not likely to get an answer because the houses that are being referenced in this is answering where in your life, not the number. So other divination tools that you can use have to do with tarot. That's great for answering your yes or no, your questions, your by-whens. Use tarot for that, but not AstroDice. All right, so let's put these into practical use. Let's see what's showing up. All right, so we have the 12th house, we have the moon, and we have Sagittarius. So our what is the moon? Okay, so the what to our question. The how is going to be Sag. There we go. And then we have the 12th house as where. Where is this landing? Where is it going? So when I'm looking at these and I'm thinking about, okay, what, how, and where, what is showing up here? I'm looking at my emotional body, my underlying subconscious feelings or emotional self. What does it have to do with the knowledge about myself, or what it is that I might know or be curious to figure out or discover? And then what's underneath all of it? Because the 12th house is what's underneath are those other layers that we need to dig deeper into, also into our subconscious. The moon and the 12th house coming together actually to me is like, okay, cool, like these are adding up. So the message that I would tell myself as maybe something that I need to know about what showed up here is I need to be looking at what is it about my emotional self or my emotional body that I'm not tending to? What is something that I need to be in discovery about or be more curious about? There might be some things that I don't know or that I need to learn more about. Seek out knowledge, seek out information, and go deeper into what that is. This could look like shadow work. I mean, it very much could be, because that is a form of working, which Sagittarius is seeking out knowledge and things like that. So that is just an example of what showed up here. And I'm curious to find out from you what shows up when you are doing your AstroDice, or what types of things happen when you're piecing all of it together. What's the story that comes together for you? Because that's important. It's important how you use your words, how you understand certain things to be, and be practicing what those things are, whether it's when you're using it for divination or when you're using it to practice astrology. So now that we've talked about some of the questions that you can ask, I want to mention and reference that it's super important that you're aware when using divination tools that it's a form of guidance. It is not the end-all be-all. You have choice and you have free will. And when you are asking questions, ask it once. maybe twice if the message was very muddled or didn't make sense. But if you continue to ask the same question, you're likely to get different results, which indicates you're going to not get a clear answer. You're probably going to be very confused. Allow things to unfold. So when you do ask the question and something presents itself and you piece it together the way that you know how to piece it together, give it time to manifest or give it time to show itself so that you can see whether or not the results are really happening or they're really true, versus just rolling again and being like, that didn't make any sense. I'm just, going to see what else happens, and looking or seeking out a specific result. Sometimes the things that we need to hear may not be the thing that we're looking for, but can actually support us later down the line. So be discerning when you're doing it. I also want to add, when you're looking at collective readings, I do collective readings on here, and I use my AstroDice sometimes, I use my tarot cards. Collective readings are meant to inspire or to provide guidance in a big way. May not land for you. So some stuff, take it. Other stuff, chuck it, leave it. It maybe isn't for you. But if you're looking for something specific and you're seeking it out in collective readings, I caution you. Seek out someone or do your own divination. Get your own tools and see what's showing up. Your intuition is very strong. We all have one. And your inner wisdom is able to speak through different things. So trust that. If you have a specific question and you're looking for a specific answer, try it for yourself or go to a professional and get that question answered. Don't rely only on collective readings in order to get your stuff answered. It may point you in the right direction. It might give you confirmation, but it may not answer the question directly. So I just wanted to add that as a caveat because I know that it's important for us to be aware of what it is that we're taking in and how much of it we're holding on to. And me, when I'm doing my readings, they're meant to inspire, they're meant to show you your potential, your opportunities, the possibilities, and the things that might show up. But I don't want them to be the only thing you cling to, or to be seeking out multiple answers from different people because you don't like the first one. Hang in there. Let it unfold. Let it kind of show itself the way that it will. Now that we've talked about how to use them as a divination tool, let's talk about how AstroDice can be used for practicing astrology. If you're new to astrology, these are really great for figuring out how things tie together and how to create the story so that you can better give information when you're doing an astrological reading for someone. And so instead of using like flashcards or study cards, these guys are going to be great for challenging you on the spot, kind of like what's showing up, because there might be stuff that you don't typically see. And so this is going to be a great way to kind of put yourself on the hot plate and see what happens. So by rolling it out and seeing what it is, it's the same thing as what I had said when you're using it in the form of divination. The what, the how, and the where. That is how you're going to interpret what this is. And you're going to string it together as a story or as a response for what it is. Now, another great way to use this for studying with astrology is getting two sets. The reason why is because you want to talk about the aspects. You want to talk about how things, the dynamic of what's going on between them. And so if you have two sets, you will get the first group, you will get the second group, and then you determine what that aspect is. Whether it's an opposition or a sextile or whatever the thing is. And then you determine how they're going to play together and practice like that. This will help you hone your skills and also be able to have more of a quick judgment on when it is coming forward. So when you do have it show up, you can actually say, hey, I've already studied this. I know what it is. It's this, 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 and this. And it will just be easier for you. Instead of using, like I said, flashcards or something like that you might use in order to help yourself study, I find these to be very practical, kind of on the spot, because I don't like to just like throw a card. This seems more like it's fun, right? Like it's like a game. So all in all, that's how you use AstroDice. It's pretty simple. Try it out. Let me know what you think. Comment below. Let me know what showed up for you when you were toying around with them, what comments you want to add, what some questions are that come up for you. And I'm going to include also below a link for where to find AstroDice. I got mine off of Amazon. You can get them off of Amazon, Etsy. There's plenty of places you can get them. For the most part, they're all fairly similar. So you're just looking to make sure that they all have 12 sides, and that one's including the houses, the signs, and the planets. So that's what you'd be looking for. Please follow, subscribe, like, share this with somebody that you think could benefit from it. And thank you again for listening and watching. And I look forward to seeing you all in another video. Take care.